All right. All right. All right. It is Friday, July 12th, 2024. What's going on? We got our leader, Jim Huang, founding president for EXP Commercial, and we got our alpha leader, Tom Truong here. And myself, I'm here in Dallas. I'm one of the Panda Pack leaders here in the Dallas market, but just here to connect. So we have our We Connect call today, and I'm just happy to get everyone coming together and just excited for the energy of our leaders like Jim and Tom here. And, take it away. Tom, kind of get us started. What's going on?
Get it started. This is the halftime huddle of 2024. Guys, a lot of agents, a lot of folks around the world set their goals at the beginning of the year for New Year's, and then by January 10th, they forgot all about it. Not us here, baby. Not us here. We huddle, we network because we continue to hold each other accountable. And Daniel, I want to thank you for your leadership, and Judy and Calvin Wong's leadership, of course, Jim's as well, to keep us accountable to being here, to showing up, to doing the work, to plugging in, to take our business to a whole new level. So welcome, everybody. I don't want to take up the whole time. Daniel, you take the show over. And we got so many rock stars on the screen here who wants to share, who want to impress their wisdom on the rest of us to go out and crush the rest of July all the way through to December. And let's close out strong. Before I hand it back to you, share you with one thing. The market is in some places tough, in some mindsets very tough. I don't accept it. All of you guys on this call can refuse to participate in this market downturn. I know I have. And I know the agents in our organization who are plugged in, who are showing up here, who's showing up online and listening, who's focused on this call, not multitasking, okay, will crush it year over year. Daniel, Jim, Judy, I see a lot of us here, Charles, Cindy, Peggy, right? Year over year, guys, our organization has seen a 49% growth. Did you hear me? 49% in sales volume growth from January to May 30th, 31st of 2024. Our team, our organization grew 49% more money in their pocket, in their bank account than last year. So keep plugging in. Back to you, Jim and Dan.
Yes, thanks Tom for all those tips and just your leadership and just the support. Jim, I'm excited to have you share your vision for this organization as you created us, as you did the invite connect, especially with Tom as well and a lot of the leaders. But Jim, we want to, leader to leader, what is the vision going forward, right? Because we're ready midway 2024. 2025 is coming around the corner. We know that growth is happening. Share your vision and just kind of and share some wisdom as well.
Yeah, first, Daniel, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for everyone else while you were kind of carrying the water for me while I was setting and growing EXP Commercial. So first, thank you. Thank everyone else that supported you, Daniel, and built and gave of their own time. We know it's trying to be, like I said, like Tom, Aria, National President, a servant leader, giving back, helping out, trying to find your purpose, passion. But this is the thing, support your network. Who shows up? I always watch, everyone else should watch up because that's already half the battle. The next is having the right attitude. That people forget about that. You're already free if you have the right attitude. It's always half full, not half empty. By connecting and building with your tribe for support and success, celebrating both, helping both, will create and help you get through this. Many of us that have been through the last cycle, and I learned it the hard way too. My ego got in the way, other stupid things got in the way. I learned I was already free because the friends that you truly care about you, whether you do a deal, don't do a deal, whether you're in real estate, not real estate, right? Who still calls you? Who still reaches out to you? Who are still your friends? If it's only for something financially that they can benefit, take them off your list. I've learned, unfortunately, every decade from my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s now, well, pretty soon 60s one day soon, right, Tom? We're getting there. But I've narrowed my circle down, right, of who I would trust to tell bad news to, not to just have people gossip or talk, but the right people to share good and bad times, that are happy for your success and truly supportive in your bad. But also, I said, never burn bridges. That was one of the things that really helped me in life. Even if somebody did something to me, I just said, you know what? Thank you very much. Still like their post, still positive. I just know not to get too close. So I always say, fundamentally, you need to build on a foundation. Real estate, insurance, whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, you got to build the right foundation. The foundation is the people you're around. The next is really the mental attitude, and then plugging in consistently. By doing that, you will find whatever you do in life, you will be successful, right? And that's what you need to have, the right mental attitude, the right platform, and the friends or family, really family. But some friends are better than family, as we all know, right? For you can build that support base and then plugging in. Once you do that and start, I would say, not just being passive, be active. An active leader gains more because you go through so many different issues. You learn to grow up. You learn to be outside of your comfort zone. These are some of the things. But with this basic foundation of attitude, your network, your tribe, and plugging in, you will see your business being very successful. And Tom mentioned, and you, accountability. Not everyone likes it, but by us holding each other accountable, you're going to see your business thrive, right? Because these are the basics of the foundation of what you need to be successful in anything in life. So I just wanted to add that down because we all know not everyone's going to make it. That's okay. This is still your tribe. This is still where we can open other connections and relationships, whatever you may do. And even if it's just like, this is why we love Aria so much. The more we serve, right, Tom? The more friendships, the relationships, the family is invaluable. Sure, we gave up a year, well, usually a decade of our life before we became president or these different positions. But once we got there, what was invaluable was the friendships and relationships we made all around this country and the world. So back to you, Daniel.
It reminds me about that saying. Maybe you guys have heard it, but when I heard it the first time, I really didn't understand it. But after giving of yourself, giving back to your communities, giving to this organization, those who serve, in the long run, deserve. But you don't serve expecting to get anything back. You serve out of the goodness of your heart, just to help humanity be better, and then somewhere along the line, it's going to come back to you. And Daniel Ang is the most servant leader I've ever known. So thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, I mean, as you guys are talking, just serving for Aria so many years, that's how we got connected. And then from that led to one thing where Jim, started with another partner to create another franchise, and we were one of the first commercial franchise from that firm. And then also with Tom, with this platform connecting with Jim, and then just everything evolved, and it just took time. And then, but coming in here was just to serve and create something together. And for you guys that are on the call or watching this on YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, or Facebook Live, or wherever you're watching this, these are our two leaders that are serving in our group, in our network. We should be honored to be in the presence of great leadership. Surround yourself with great leadership, and at the same time as, show up, right? Plug in. You don't know how grateful our network is as we continue to grow. When I look back 3.5 years ago, Judy's on the call. It was just Calvin and Judy, the three of us. And, Judy, at the same time, she just followed, us together as business partners and just continue to grow. And she, I'm just proud of all the people that I've seen grow and step up. And, at the same time, you're building wealth for your future, for your family. And it takes time. If there was a way to grow faster or be like that in one day, everybody would be doing it. It takes hard work and it takes dedication, but just know that you're doing it for a purpose and for growth and giving back, and it's gonna tenfold, right?
Hey Daniel,
So yes,
I love what you just said there. It takes time, and maybe you want to say there are no shortcuts, that you just got to put in the work and do the work.
oh yeah,
I learned something yesterday from another. I don't read much, but yesterday I actually read a book, right? And and it says, hey, there is a shortcut. The shortcut is follow the same footsteps that led those people to where they want to go.
Yep.
Right. So there are shortcuts. If you follow the wrong footsteps, oh man, you're going a roundabout way and never going to get to where you want to get. So plugging in, following the right footsteps gets you there so much faster.
I agree. And, you know, I shared with the new agents this Wednesday. We had a class and I told them, like, what is your goal? Do you want to be a $250,000 producer, $500,000 producer, or $1 million producer, or 100,000 or 50,000? You got to find those people, because the people that are doing the $250,000 deals, right? That's who you need to follow, or follow someone even higher. So you got to figure out what your goals are and follow those same people and replicate it. And that's the shortcut. I don't know if it's a shortcut, but it's gonna make your life much easier.
Yeah. And,
So-
and this is the halftime huddle, right? This halftime huddle. Look at what you've done for the past 6 months. You guys have heard that, right? The definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. 6 months into it, have you met or exceeded your real estate goals? If you haven't, really ask yourself and be hard with yourself and says, well, shoot, who's accountable for that? And at the end of the day, is this person is staring back at you in the mirror. So you better make a move. There's plenty of time to switch and still crush your 2024, right? If our team has seen 49% sales growth for the first 5 months of 2024 over 2023, well, follow the people in the organization who've seen a 50% growth and figure out what they're doing. Back to you, Jim.
Just add, run your life, because at 1099 versus the W2, you don't have a boss. You don't have, granted, we have accountability coaches and other people. Treat every day like a job. Run your life through your calendar. Like I told many people, time block, put what you're doing. And when you go back, put numbers in. I would say now with LinkedIn, if you don't like cold calling, I do advise that, right? Know your market, be an expert, but use LinkedIn to get, I would say every day, start easy. 1 new conversation on LinkedIn. Just keep building it. 2 conversations, 3 Today, I still really block 10 different conversations. Usually 3 to 5 new people, 5 other follow-up people every day. That's the crazy thing. People say you don't need to do it, but that's why what makes you successful, you keep doing it. But the difference is the level of who you speak with gets higher, because you're building credibility, you're building your track record, you're building your reputation. So the conversations you start having are bigger. And this is when they say in your 20s, you could have lived your life. What you do in 1 year in your 30s could be 2 years in your 20s. What you do in your 30s versus your 50s. Sometimes I feel like what I could do in a monthly basis is an entire decade of what I did in my 20s, not knowing it. So you have to understand how you use your time to do it every day. Or one day you could just be in your 20s, still in your 20s at 50, because you didn't do the work, you didn't do the prospect, you didn't do what you needed to do. So even though you're 50, you're 20s when it comes to business, because you didn't do what you need to. But if you do what you need to, and it does take time, when you're in 50s, the time is accelerated of the impact you can do because of the relationship, connection, knowledge. It helps you get there quicker, but you got to start now. You got to start now, even if it's small.
Here's what I know about Jim Huang. Forget about the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. This is Jim Huang in 2024, in July of 2024. He's like the Marines. He gets more done before 9 a.m. than the rest of America gets done. I know that because I'm on the calls with him. I'm on Zoom with him. I'm texting him. I'm messaging him at 5 in the morning, right? 6 in the morning. And by the time the world wakes up, we would have done all of our tasks, all of our hardest tasks, like the Marines do. And then we get to help the rest of the world do what they need to do.
Yep. Thank you, Tom, for saying it and sharing it. We're working on it. But you got to work out self-care, meditation, have a routine. Give yourself 15 minutes, meditating, quiet time. Don't look at your phone. Meditate. Do some quick workout. Get your heart pumping. And then tackle the day. So I would say give yourself that first 15, 30 minutes, even if it's 10 minutes of self-care before you tackle the day. You will see that small amount of self-care goes a long way through the rest of the day.
Candidate possible to
appreciate it. Thank you.
Promised MAGA authoritarianism.
It is awesome. So just, I'm just absorbing and hearing all this. And I know you guys on Zoom call and, live streaming, just listening to that. And, what's nice is we've built the foundation. Tom, built the foundation with Jim. Jim's built the foundation. Our group is building a foundation. I met with a agent today and, they just turned 30. And I said, you're going to retire in 10 years. If you plug in the way you're plugging in right now, I can guarantee you in 10 years with your success and with your stamina and everything you're doing, you're going to retire in 10 years. Even it could be earlier because I'm running hard for the next 5 years, right? At the same time as you just follow and plug in, you will retire. Why? Because you have that drive and you're also collaborative, right? Some people just do things by themselves and they don't care for other people. That's a different mindset. What we're trying to create in our We Partners Network is finding collaborative entrepreneurs coming together, sharing expertise, sharing resources so we can all elevate each other. And that's the environment that you're going to take away to teach your team members in the future to continue to build. And it's just going to go a long way. So when we look back 5 years from now, just imagine what it's going to be. Because I've already imagined what that will look like. So hopefully you guys can take away, imagine what it's going to look like in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. If you're in your 20s, I got some 20-year-olds, they just can't imagine that yet. I said, you have to, or else, like Jim would say, you're going to be 50 and doing what you should have done when you're in your 20s. Exactly the same thing with me. I'm 45 and I'm looking back at my 20s. How much time did I waste? How much stuff did I, but at the same time, I went through different things in my life. Take away from all the leadership that we have. If you're young, take away from this leadership so you don't have to waste time. And then for us, that if we just started in your 50s, it's okay because we have the foundation set up already. So I'm gonna let Tom share his screen, and give me 1 second.
No, I'll share at the end.
Yeah.
Just make me co-host now.
Yep.
I'll share at the end. Or Jim or Daniel, you can share before we end. I want to make sure that we promote some of the live events that we're all going to be at. And Zoom is awesome, but I want to reach out and and give Charles Swanberg a big hug.
Oh yes,
Cindy Vo, you too, right? This is all fun, but virtual hugs aren't as good as in real person hugs. Back to you, Dan.
all right. Well, I'm gonna take off the spotlight, and then we're gonna open it up. And I'm glad that we have a lot of great leaders in our organization. And I really want to give a shout out to Judy. Judy believed in us from the very beginning, and it's just an honor to just have her just really just be here and support and just see her growth. So Judy, you want to share a little bit? I know you're at a coffee shop.
Life is good. Yeah, I'm just now that things for me have become a little bit more stable, you guys will see me a lot more. But I hope that you guys can realize, how blessed we really are to be a part of this organization and have these servant leaders in proximity with us, because that's how we elevate. If we don't take advantage of it, that's our own fault. So I'm going to encourage you guys to take advantage of this. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, Judy.
Yeah.
Anna?
Anna. Let's hear from Anna. I also want to hear from Tan.
Yep,
where was Tan? I saw him jump on.
He's here. He's here.
Take off. Tan Tran, if you're there, I want to hear from you. You're crushing it. You're crushing the real estate business. And anybody, let's hear from you. Let's celebrate some successes. And then Jim and I are here, and Dan are here to answer your toughest questions. There's no question we can't handle right here. Doesn't mean we have the answers, but we'll handle it.
All right, Anna.
Okay, sorry, I had my Bluetooth piece on. Well, very excited to be here with you guys, and being able to not just elevate each other, but so kind of push each other. Like Daniel was telling me a few days ago, he's like, do you want to have 1,000 agents in 5 years? And I'm like, I started thinking about it and I'm like, that's a lot of agents. But then when he put it on my head, it kind of stick there. And now I really want to work towards that goal. So being able to push each other and elevate and just help each other be able to get to the finish goal, I think that's important. So I appreciate everyone on this call, and the support that we get from the top leaders that we have. It's amazing. So thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
Anna, I want to address that for a second, right? Daniel is an amazing leader, challenging you, planting the seed in your dreams, in your dream farm, on what it would mean to have 1,000 agents in your organization, right? By the way, that's a shirt I'm wearing. See that? Rock the comma. That's going to be you. Anna, when you rock the comma and you have 1,000 agents in your organization, you're going to get one of these shirts, okay?
That means retirement. So yes.
The ability to, the option to retire. I don't think I'll ever stop serving the organization, serving our people, right? I'm going to serve you until my last breath, all of you guys. I don't think I'm going to retire from that perspective. But here's the deal. But when I got to 1,000, it wasn't really that hard, Anna. You said that 1,000 people are a lot of people to manage. It's not true. You find a Calvin Huang, who's Daniel's partner, who finds 50. And part of that 50 is part of Daniel Eng's organization of 200. And then part of that 200 is part of Jim Huang's organization of 400. You find just a handful of real estate entrepreneurs who actually will put their work behind their words, and you will get to 1,000 fast. Not everybody has the ability or the discipline to chase their dreams, to chase their goals. Not everyone can get up consistently at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to do more work than everyone else does for the rest of the day before 9 a.m. You just need a few stallions, a few rock stars, a few unicorns, and then help them achieve their dreams. Like Jim and I are helping Daniel Eng achieve his dreams, and you will get there. Not that hard.
And Tom, I just want to add this. It's not retirement, it's just giving you options, right? Because a lot of times once you get successful, you're going to love just doing this. You're going to realign your life into serving, giving back, which always you get back and everyone knows that gives, you do get back. And you just need to just focus on giving yourself as many options and creating this. And that's why I love this platform. And I had a chance, and I studied everyone else's model at the time of where to go, right, Tom? And, I was learning, staying open-minded, which is always very important. But with that and creating options with the right platform, with the right people, it's endless of possibility. But I'll just tell you, success will create opportunities that you just don't quit. You're just going to reinvent yourself, finding new things to do and giving back even more, because the money just gives you freedom and options to do more that you want to do. And I'll tell you, those that I know that get there, that just take a bunch of vacation, they go right back to find out what they can do for work. Because think about that.
Yeah.
What makes you successful doesn't want you to quit, right? Those that are not working hard, they want to go on vacation all the time. But those that work hard, they just want options, but they're not just going to stop. They just reinvent themselves. As Tom says, they're going to carry all of us out. We're all going to be there eulogizing great stories about everyone, because it is important of this that we're doing with the friendship. You just never stop. And it's like Aria. We keep serving because we love it. We don't need to. It's not about a title anymore. Right, Tom? And many of our leaders here, we're all has-beens. Doesn't matter. We still want to give back and help, because once you are cut like that and that's your DNA, you keep doing it. You just reinvent yourself into something new.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have a lot of events coming up. And Tom, you want to share anything?
Why don't you pull up? So let's start with the Build event, right?
Yep,
Can you
we'll
go
pull
to
that up.
build24event.com? There's 10 of them going on across the country. There's got to be one that's closest to you, from the West Coast to the to the mid America, to the East Coast, to North and to South. So there's one close to you everywhere. I have the pleasure of joining those who are going to the Dallas event. right? Yeah, there it is. There's the 10 build events across the country. Man, you guys got to get there. You want to be in a room full of real estate entrepreneurs, full of people who are committed to their success, committed to your success. Get your butts on a plane or drive if you have to. Sleep in your car if you have to. If you're coming to Dallas or coming to New Jersey and you don't have a room, you can sleep in my bathtub. Okay? Just get your butt there.
So for those that don't know, this build conference was very impactful for me. This gave me my aha moments to understand the impact that us as leaders can have in your organization. I saw many leaders step up, speak, share what they were doing, and what they're doing is creating something and helping people. And that really resonated with me. So please, if you're in, I know we have a team in New Jersey that's going, people in Orlando, LA, the team in LA they need to step up. We're here in Dallas. So for those that are on the call from Dallas, it's just right down the street from our office.
There's no
So
excuses, guys.
there is no
I'm
excuse.
coming from Boston to Dallas. I have the pleasure of speaking in Dallas, and Dave Kennard, our EXP former EXP Realty president, and I are hosting the one in New Jersey. All right, and so get yourselves there, please. Okay, we'll see you at that event. So you can basically crush the rest of the third quarter for sure, and absolutely the last quarter. But then EXP convention in Miami. Boy, if you haven't booked your tickets yet, get your tickets to EXP Con in Miami. If you are going, if you've already committed by booking your plane ticket or your hotel room or your registration, text me privately. It's my birthday bash, October 27th. I'm taking out a big ass haul, and it's going to be VIP invite only. If you're going, text me privately. I'll add you to the VIP list. You come in and celebrate my birthday with me. We're going to launch. We're going to kick off October in Miami with a bang. Okay, so and then all the local events that's going on. Daniel Lang does amazing events all the time. All the time. It's the amount of live events that this guy and his leadership team do is astounding. There it is. Daniel, what do you want to promote on this call there in terms of your future events?
Well, these are just a glimpse of what the events are looking like. I mean, there's a lot of leadership. I want to really give a shout out to Cindy Vo, creating these classes for a lot of the agents on the commercial side, residential side. She has a passion for teaching and just finding leaders like that. So Anna, when you talk about 1,000 seems a lot, no, when you find good leaders, just replicate what we're doing. Find great leaders. Same thing with Cindy. She's finding great leaders. Peggy also finding leaders. We all have the ability because they're out there, right?
Yeah.
So so just find it, and we have a lot of classes going on. There's a commercial, residential, it's a mix, but these are the important ones that we have in person, right? So just stay plugged in and just
Daniel, would you mind sharing your screen? I'm driving, so it might be harder, but share your screen, open up agentsgetfree.com, and then go to events, please, and go to special events. And I'll promote a few more. Jim and I have the pleasure of seeing each other and speaking at upcoming events, speaking in New Jersey together at Build 24. And then we're going to head right into Manhattan, and we're doing an event. So there's Build 24. All right, that's in New Jersey. And then the next one, keep going, is in Dallas. Okay, and then I'm going to be in South Carolina. Jim, that's why I can't make it on August 22nd to the West Coast here. Then we got the EXP convention. Keep moving down, please. I'm sorry, go to commercial. Jim and I are going to be doing a commercial event. Go to EXP commercial events in Manhattan. Jim, you want to talk about that, man? What are we going to talk in Manhattan? Right there.
No, I'm really excited, building off a build to talk to with commercial, especially capital and everything else that's so important. Partnerships, we're looking for a great lineup. And I would say commercial, almost everything's commercial with the price points of real estate and all the challenges. So it is going to be really exciting to be at this event to talk about it, since in the US, New York, Manhattan is the capital markets of the world. So very exciting to be at the event with you, Tom, there. And really continue the live events, especially with commercial. they like to see, understand what everyone's doing. So it's really important.
Yeah. Back
Jim,
to
tell us
August
about
2nd,
this.
Jim.
Mhm.
Hang on a second. Go back to that. I got a big announcement that's sort of top secret right now. But on August 2nd in Manhattan, I'm going to unveil a new a new company that I am involved with that all of you can partner with. It has to do with capital investments. It has to do with micro funding. It has to do with crowdfunding. It has to do with all housing related, affordable housing, tiny homes, all of it. And the company, we are working on the company. It's been a 2-year plan now, 2-year work in progress. I haven't announced it. And we're working with major leaders here in EXP, along with our friends on Wall Street, to take the company public. And you guys will have the opportunity to partner in on the ground level on a company that is basically doing exactly what a lot of us servant leaders want to do, which is to solve the affordable housing challenges throughout the United States, to solve the challenges of entrepreneurs who want to invest but don't know how to invest, to solve the challenges of those who might not have the accredited investor designation, but want to invest in micro funding projects. And we're going to announce that there. So very exciting stuff that we're able to do now with all the contacts and the leads that we have as a result of this We Partners Network and the result of the EXP Network. All right, Jim. All right, Daniel. That's it. That's all I wanted to promote.
All right. Thank you. And then also, Jim, tell us about this top influencer in the commercial real estate realm.
Yeah, that's the good thing. In residential has always been good at promotion, self-promotion, everything. Commercial has not. We wouldn't even put our faces on business cards. But nowadays, social media is so important. To go and learn how commercial agents can use social media and everything about it and the power of it is very important. So looking forward to helping our team, showing the events, how to be a social media influencer, how to get out there, how to, like you're very good at, Daniel, posting, putting it out there. And so is Charles. It's just extremely important to promote and put yourself out there. Build your brand. Build your brand.
All right. Well, I think that is all we have today. I appreciate, you guys hopping on and sharing with your team, with all of us. And we're honored, like I said, we're honored to be partnered up with you, Jim and Tom, and the rest of the leader partners that we have. And it's important to understand how blessed we are to have a strong leader partner every level, right? And then for you guys that are just hopping on to the leadership, continue that. So when anyone joins whatever level they're at in what tier, all of it's very strong. So you imagine that's how you're going to continue to grow, because it's replication, right? If I'm not helping Laura Pena to be a good leader, she's a leader already, but if I'm not helping her to build up her team, to build up her group, her network, if I'm not helping Cindy, if I'm not helping Judy and on the rest of the people, same thing. And if you look at the volume, we're not just a big group. We are doing, this is, 25, almost 2,600 transactions first 5 months, over $1 billion in sales. Right? You're on mute, Tom. Hold on, you're on mute. You're on mute.
All right, guys. As we close out the call, we're going to go back to the beginning of the call here. Attitude, being plugged in, following the right footsteps is so important. When you run these numbers, this is just for Daniel's organization, Jim's organization, my organization, all of you are part of this organization here. We have seen 49% growth in sales volume year over year. Okay, so this is great news. Jim said earlier that he's always a cup half full kind of guy, and I love that, Jim. I love that you're a cup half full. I am a cup always full kind of guy. What do I mean? Well, inside the cup, half is water and half is air. How do you try to hold your breath for 2 minutes and tell me if air is not important? So I'm always a cup always full kind of guy. As the market continued to change, as interest rates went from 3% to 4, 5, 6, 7, I refused to participate in the recession. And we have leaders in our organization who's crushing real estate sales who also refused to participate in a minor recession. Instead, we went out and we captured massive market share from all of those agents who basically are blaming the market, not putting in the work themselves. And so when they stop, they quit, they stop making the calls, they quit the business, they leave the industry and they go do something else. Guess what? The buyers, the sellers, the investors, the agents who are still wanting to do real estate, the activity. So then we capitalize on the challenges, right? Where there is chaos, there's massive opportunities. Back to the rest of 2024. You still have half of July, all of August through December to capture massive market share to crush the rest of the year. That's the message I want to give to you guys. And whether you plug into everything that Daniel is doing and EXP is doing and I'm doing and Jim is doing or not is entirely up to you. Whether you say yes to the right things and no, hopefully, to the wrong things, how well you do that is going to determine how the rest of your 2024 is. Be very careful of saying yes to the wrong things and not saying yes to the right things. I find myself, guys, and here's my advice for you guys, say no to a lot more things than you say yes to so that you can finish everything that you already said yes to in the past. All right? That's what I'll leave you guys with. And we're here to support you. We're here to love on you. We're here to help you. We're here to get on your calendar. If you want us to come into your local market, to train, to inspire, to teach, to just hang out and network with your team, get us on your calendar. Truth be told, I've got more time than you guys are keeping me busy with, and I love that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We can do a Q&A. I can stop the live stream and